everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, it's a showdown between two teams with the same record on the year. It's the Steelers going up against the Dolphins. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I, we have brought our talents to South Beach, or at least in the neighborhood of South Beach, as we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Second and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And to give this time to the tailback. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think he's to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is good for, I think, mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M. It's Ryan Tannehill.
I think one of the things I like about Ryan Tannehill's game is that he understands what his receivers are looking for downfield. He played that position at Texas A&M before becoming the starting quarterback. So a lot of times when he's in the pocket looking downfield, he's actually running the routes with the receivers as he remembers them.
Javon Hargrave. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
The key is having guys on the roster.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Now Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing right, and that's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Landry. Oh, nice move. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. At the end of one, 14-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Offside. Defense. Still third down.
Alert 16! Alert 16! Set! 5-20! 5-20! Single receiver.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. Wide open receiver, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now it's Tannehill. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this is going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it brings up fourth down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Woodley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him,
there he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And it is now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw is Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Tannehill. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And no escaping this time.
The blocking forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him,
there he goes, right side. And into the loss of 9. Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Dolphins are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Steelers came in prepared for this game, and it shows in the way they've played. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Now to the middle of the first. Coverage breaks down here, and it ends up working for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Steelers with the football late in the first. Broken coverage here on the pass play. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. The lead now at 14. Steelers with the ball at the 44. Coverage breaks down here, and this goes 44 yards for the score, which takes the lead to 21. First and 10 with plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This will go as a loss of 10. So that'll do it from here. Let's go back down to Miami with Brandon and Charles.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. Here's Landry. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Blue 10! Blue 10!
This is Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run with Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around.
DB. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Throwing left side, it's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Tannehill, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. He juked him, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Here's Connor Barth for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal. Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
In my book, that's running the ball well.
You're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end of the half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
380.
Tannehill on first down. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Dwayne Allen, his first touchdown of the year. And And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. And even though that last drive yielded points, it was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it. Although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out. But when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give them a little nod of respect to the kicker, like, congratulations. But you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything big.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can not give up anything big on this drive. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And complete to Moncrief over the middle. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. And look at these numbers, Charles. And he told me on the field before the game, that last performance, that one's on me. He's really turned it around.
And I wish I could say I was surprised by this, but when I see these guys play, I'm talking about the upper end.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers defense getting ready here. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You just try too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Here's Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
380.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Finding Tannehill, and it's picked off.
Holding. Offense.
And you, as a former defender, should know that the referees are watching this closely. Defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys, but in this case, they were strict with the rule.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Allen's got it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and it's 3rd and short.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate, but the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down.
Wide 20. Wide 20.
More pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's third down.
Ready, wide 20, wide 20.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many
three-syllable word.
syllables, yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up second down. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play.